Welcome to The Link this week, and we are discussing exports and, as usual, opportunities. As far as Dubai is concerned, what we know to be prominent is exporting labor, house helps and stuff like that. However, there is more to Dubai, and that's what we're going to discuss tonight on The Link. Welcome back, and my guest is Francis. Francis, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sam.
I know you operate in Uganda and Dubai.
Yes.
So you're going to talk about stuff you know. Why is the Gulf market, especially through Dubai, worth the attention of Ugandan exporters?
I think the Gulf market is very important to the Ugandan market because if you look at the geographical location of the Gulf, it is a desert area. They don't have fresh water as such. So they have to buy food elsewhere. So their food production is, it doesn't, what can I say?
It's not enough.
It's not enough for
they're not
their consumption. So it is very important for us to identify, as an agriculture-based economy, to identify new markets for our products. And it is in areas like the Gulf region where we have a competitive advantage in terms of providing organic, fresh food. And I think it is time for Ugandans to have a second look at it. Most of us want to export to Europe, but this is a shorter market by flight, shorter by sea. From here to Mombasa, maybe 2 days. Then Mombasa to Dubai, Jabel, about a week, 7 days. So within about 15 days or 2 weeks, your consignment is in Dubai. If it's on a flight, 5.5 hours on Emirates, on Fly Dubai, it is in Dubai. 6.5 hours, 7 hours, it's in Qatar. 8 hours, it's in Jeddah or Saudi Arabia. So it is a very viable market for us and our products. People
hear you talk about all those things, and that's what some people do. Break it down a little. I am there listening, I grow stuff. First, we're going to discuss what stuff do these guys want.
These guys, I prepared something today, and they want a plethora of so many products, but the most important thing is fresh fruit and veg, fruit and vegetables, halloumi cheese, that is from the dairy sector, goat cheese. It's a very high-end product, and it fetches a very good price.
Goat cheese, you said?
Goat cheese. Okay. So we have things like oil seeds, but in this case you need to add value. So sesame seed oil, chia seed oil, things like that, because they fetch a lot of market for that. We have buyers already for that as well, for people participating in the convention this year. Meat and meat products. Every meal in the Arab world has got some beef. So you need to cater for that as well. We have coffee and tea, and this is why I think Uganda needs to have a look, because the previous convention last year in October, we had a chance to visit the tea auction center in DMCC, and we thought by this year's time we'd be ready to go and join the auction, but it has been there's been a little bit of delay here and there, especially with arranging companies that are ready to take advantage of the auctions there. But we are trying to see if we can get a free space for Ugandans, at least for 6 months, a probation period for 6 months. They bring in their tea and then they auction it off. And these are some of the things we want people to participate in the convention this year. We take them to the tea centers, we register them for free, and then we get them a probationary period of setting up there for 6 months. The Kenyans have already beaten us to that, they're already there.
They take our tea and
they buy our tea and then they claim it is theirs. But we need to fight a little bit harder. And then we have things like nuts, cashew nuts. Arabs love the nuts.
How do I get these products accepted in Dubai?
The single most thing I have to say, if you can get a halal certificate, it is very important. You need to, study the market that you're going into. and then you provide what they need.
Halal because it is Islamic.
Yeah, it's Islamic, so it is not haram, basically. That's what the halal certificate will say, that this food has been prepared in a proper Islamic way.
Yeah.
So it appeals to them. And then you get an organic certificate, so that your product, that organic certificate will prove to us that there are no chemicals have not been used in excess and things like that. So the world is becoming sensitive. They want to eat healthy. Almost 65% of the population is overweight in the UAE.
Yeah.
So they have now become health conscious, and they want healthy food and organic food.
Francis, there's the old question of exporting to the Gulf, the tonnage. These guys say, I happen to see this. The guy says, can you provide 10 tons a week?
Yeah.
And Ugandans just shake and say, I want money, and they run away. Is there a way around that?
Actually, what we did last year was, for beans, when we had somebody say, we met a band, said, I want 300 metric tons of red kidney beans per week.
Which makes you shake.
So we noticed that most of our farmers are subsistent, so they produce on a very small scale. So what we did was come back home, organize them into cooperatives, let them form a company, and then go down and farm the beans. Then we are into contract farming. We go down to the farmers and we show them that we're going to buy the beans. We set a price already, a predetermined price in advance. We shall buy this price a kilo. So they produce it knowing the price. Yeah. So there's no speculation. And then when it's ready, we tell them we want export grade. So we want the bean this size, this moisture content, this. So when you educate the farmers, they learn and they produce the quality that you need.
So the value chain is important for somebody in agriculture to do export to Dubai. The value chain to make a quality product.
Very important.
Do I need to do 100 metric tons a week? Can't I do little? A little?
You can start a little, especially if you're in niche products like cheese, and you're into organic products. You can do, you can start with small amounts, like what we're doing with Anchor Foods. They're doing 1 ton every week. So they're growing their capacity, their farmers are getting interested, they're growing bigger. So they go back to the buyer and they say, now we can have 2 tons. So because our product is good, our carrots are fantastic. They're doing a lot of carrots and avocado. So now the buyer will increase their order. But if you hear 10 tons, sit down with them and tell them, look, you want 10 tons, give me a year. Let me go back home, reorganize myself, and then I'll be able to produce you the 10 tons bi-weekly or monthly or every quarter of a year. So we don't start.
You don't get transfixed. However, try to negotiate what you can manage in other words.
Exactly, that's the language we have to use.
Okay. What are the key must-know things if you're going to venture into this market? We have touched a few of the specifics, a few things.
The most important thing is labeling, very important, English and Arabic, the halal certificate,
yes,
the phytosanitary Ministry of Agriculture. Please Ugandans out there, have a website. People want to know you. They want to know where you come from, the history of your company, you know, your values. It's very important, you know, have a business card. We had people go in the previous conversion, we are going to meet buyers, they don't even have a business card.
No business card, basically.
They don't even have an email. So it's very important for us to create those things about our brands so that it's easy for us to create dialogue between buyers and ourselves.
This is private sector led, and government can support. Since you are not government, Francis, how do you assist exporters and internal ones? Because capacity is important. Those things you say, people need to be helped to step up.
Yes.
How do you help?
Actually, I'm the business head for Dubai Consultancy, which sits in Dubai. I'm also the project coordinator, special projects coordinator for Africa for the chamber, the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce. So what we do is we have access to financing for certain things and funding, especially for agriculture inputs, seeds, education of exporters, export readiness about the Dubai market. So At our office here in Lugogo House, we do such things for you. So export readiness, identifying the market, what the buyers want, how to prepare for it, packaging, labeling. We do all that, and we train people how to farm, what is halal, first of all. So we do all those kind of trainings. So we charge a fee for that.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it for free?
It's quite, you know, if you want a quality product, I used to charge $500 an hour those days, gone are the days, but now
don't scare our people.
It's almost, I'm doing pro bono work now. So you come, we help you, and then when you get a contract, then we see how we can earn together.
Okay. You are due for the second Uganda Dubai Expo at the end of this month.
Yes.
How far are you with that? Because I happen to know about the first one. It was successful to some degree, really. What's with the second one?
The second one is we shall be traveling on the 20th of October, and then we shall come back on the 2nd of November to Dubai for the trade mission. Basically, we have identified about 50 companies which are export ready in different sectors, from dairy to fish, aquaculture, to beef, then to fresh fruits and vegetables, and then we are going to take them out there. We've done B2B matching for them, so we're going to meet a company the other side which is willing to buy that, and then we shall sit down with those companies and negotiate, and then come back and work backwards to feed those contracts, especially in terms of finding the volumes and the tonnage that those people need. So we are into it. Our last registration is occurring on Monday next week. That's when we close registrations, and then from there we set off 28th.
On the link, we do encourage practical things, news, things you can use if you're listening and watching. You didn't. You told us you have an office. Give us an email address. If I have a pen, I would write it down. If I'm interested in Dubai.
Yes, my email address is Ntangaza, NTANGAAZA @gmail.com, and then the phone number would be 0705 608476.
Say that number again.
0705 608476.
We're drawing down to our almost last question. Now we have been talking me exporting fresh produce maybe to Dubai and stuff like that. I want to go to Dubai to set up a business and be there. What do I do?
This is one of the most interesting things that I tell Ugandans to take advantage of. When you go to the Free Zone Authorities, Dubai Free Zone Authority, Sharjah Free Zone Authority, within Dubai as a state, there are different free zones. So at the airport, you buy Jebel Ali near the port. So those free zones offer certain incentives. So from $6,500, you can open up a company, it's registered, you get a bank account, you get an address, a PO box, and then from there, you can transact business. If you get a contract, you can be paid there. For example, this year's conversion, we are looking at creative ways of doing business with UAE companies. Not necessarily exporting, but how do we, for example, Emirates, I was checking the numbers, Emirates Airlines from Uganda, they carried 109,000 people, Ugandans.
Wow.
From Entebbe to Dubai. Now, when you go on that flight, you'll find food probably made from somewhere else. The mineral water is coming in from somewhere. The yogurt is coming in from somewhere else. So now what we've done is this year, we're trying to sit down with Emirates and say, look, our people want to eat bushera, cold bushera on the flight. We want a menu that is attractive to Ugandans because we're giving you 109,000 passengers. So we want companies to think in that line. For example, Emirates brings in 45, they have 45 seats of business class every single day. If you buy your 10 Mercedes cars and say, look, Emirates Airlines, I'm willing to transport these people and offer service, pick them from their house, bring them to the plane, pick them from the plane.
Creative stuff.
Creative thinking, and then offering a service that is akin to the Emirates service. So it's very important that our companies think differently and creatively. So we're trying to get them into the market differently. We're speaking with Hyatt Regency Hotel. Why don't we create a room in one of their 5-star, but that room is showing how the pygmies of Kasese sleep, how their bedroom looks like, the ancient bedroom of those days, and then charge $1,000 a night. You'll be you'll be fascinated about how many people want to sleep in such a room.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because they want to see how did Africans sleep in 1818. So we designed a 5-star room. Now this is interior design. This is the art and craft people selling horns and all this. We want them to think like that. So why don't we deck out an entire hotel with fabric? The curtains made out of African fabric. This is the thinking.
Yes.
I don't want you going to come to the conversion, going to do business the normal way. No. I want to sell my art and craft.
Out of the box.
How do we do it out of the box? This is the thinking. How do I, if I tell you and sit you down with the head of interior design of Sheraton, Middle East, if they give you a full hotel of 1,000 rooms,
can you do something?
Can you deck it out with the curtains made out of African fabric, with chitenji from Uganda?
We're running out of time, Francis, and we cannot.
I wish we had more time.
I know. However,
but allow me this.
Yes.
This year, adding value. We don't want to just export potatoes, Irish potato. We're going to export chips. How is that? We're going to sit you down with KFC Middle East. We're going to sit you down with McDonald's Middle East. Supply the chips. Cut them here, deep freeze them, let us export
them. Our time
them.
has run out, Francis.
Oh my God.
Viewers, sky's the limit in this case. And on the link, we bring you opportunities and we help you give information which helps you make decisions in business. That was the link tonight.
When your passion depends on it.
Who are yet to lose a third in the group.